Welcome, I am glad to have you back. Today we are going to have a look at Halls of Torment. So what is Halls of Torment? Halls of Torment is essentially a Diablo aesthetic survivor-like. Or Diablo-inspired survivor-like. Roll credits, there we go. Well, there's hopefully a little bit more that might catch your interest during this video, but this is the premise of this specific survivor-like game. We are kinda already in the main menu. We are going to have a look at its official prelude version. So this is not necessarily a demo, that is not necessarily the full game. That is going to come out in the future, but the official free-to-play prelude version, link is as always down in the description if you want to try it for yourself. And we're going to have a look together at Halls of Torment, having our first, well, for me it's my second impression. And at the end of this video, as always, I'm going to give you my honest opinion, having played Halls of Torment. So how about we go and start now? So first off, this is already also our character selection. We can select this guy in the middle here. This is probably kind of the barbarian. And on the right, we have the archer. I think the middle one might also be the swordsman or something. A melee unit, and frankly, I'm not sure if it's the genre or maybe the game is unbalanced. More likely it's probably because I'm just very, very bad with this. I tried him, I didn't get very far at all. I'm more of a range guy in these types of games, so I'm gonna pick the archer. He's a bit faster, he's of course more nimble, but he's going to shoot arrows. Usually 2 arrows, because he's like Legolas, right? And there we go, this is one thing already, not just the bonfire and the character selection here. Well, I kinda say this is Diablo inspired, and when I meant this, I mostly meant Diablo 1, maybe a little bit Diablo 2. But I immediately got this feeling. I used to play Diablo 1 on the PlayStation 1 together with a friend of mine. Good old school, and then dungeon crawling, and oh man, that was legitimately fun. I still have fond memory of this. I also used to play Diablo 2 on PC, and Diablo 3 was apparently a thing, which I tried, didn't like, but so much for that environment. So there's also some mechanics it tries to go, not just the aesthetic. We can get items in the games, so that's another thing that sets this survivor-like apart from the others of its genre, so to speak. But how about instead of just talking, I'm gonna show you. First off, we selected the archer. I already managed to unlock some of these things here. For example, we have different quests, which are, as to my knowledge, literally just in-game achievements. And, well, this one unlocks the quest stones, so you can blessing, health recovery. Apparently there are some things like unlocks trade, stance proficiency, items, so these things actually do unlock certain in-game trade, extended orbit. Not in prelude, character cleric, for example, characters as well. So there's an incentive to do these different quests, even though they are more or less like achievements, like defeat the lich, well, boss fight, okay, kill 5,000 enemies in one run, things like this. Oh, I actually did manage to do that. But that is one incentive to keep on going. And we also unlocked the Register of Halls, which is essentially just level selection. We have 2 levels so far, the Haunted Caverns and the Amber Grounds. And of course, the more levels you have unlocked, and they get progressively harder. Amber Grounds features a few more enemies right from the get-go that take way more damage, but also are a bit slower. I actually found I only played this once so far, moving around the Amber Grounds, maybe due to the enemies, was a bit easier to run away from. But the Haunted Caverns, I'm gonna show you that. It's the official first level, and I kinda wanna show you guys a few different bosses, because I feel like in Amber Grounds I'm gonna lose against the very first boss. Something like this. There's bosses here. There's elite enemies here. Bosses have unique patterns. There's also already here in the prelude a lot of interesting variation of enemies and their behavior, which is another quality thing I would say in the game so far. We can also have a look at the Shrine of Blessing here. This is your typical meta progression where you doing the runs, you find gold and you can spend the gold to get certain permanent upgrades and refund them all if you want to allocate them in a different way. As you can see, I already spent some points there. Not sure all these different 3 shrines here, I unlocked having played a few rounds, and they were also before like in these rock formations. And when I did the appropriate quest, these rock formations crumbled and unlocked another shrine. I'm not sure if this one is locked behind the preload version, or if I just haven't managed to get this one unlocked. I also hope there's gonna be maybe more of this area, like, look at this well. Would be cool if you could really customize our hub world. Of course, we can't go further down here, but still, like, aesthetically old school, but I don't know, I have a soft spot for this kind of aesthetic. I really like this, and it fits very well with this music in the background. That is aesthetically very cool, setting up the mood. The music fits it perfectly, I would say. I really enjoy this. Might just be my nostalgia memory speaking out of me though. Regardless, yeah, this is what we unlocked. Maybe there's gonna be more merchant items, but I talked way too much already. How about we actually go to the Haunted Caverns and do an actual run? Let's see. I think so far I managed to survive, I actually don't know how much. So it's gonna be the typical, we have to survive 30 minutes. As you can see, we have movement, we have the attack button, and I actually am a lazy guy, and I just activated the auto aim function, which in these types of games usually is the way to go, in my honest opinion. But there might be incentive to turn this off against certain bosses when you really want to face those down. I'm not gonna do this here, but I see that a switch between maybe auto-aim and manual aim would be a better way to handle certain obstacles in this game, which is very nice so far. And trust me, now we have some skeletons. This game really is out to get you, and you have to pay attention, and you have to avoid to stay alive. Because you can easily lose run here. As you can see, I already got certain level ups, and usually it's the same. Like, we have a block chance not to get hit. We have health regeneration. We have an increasement of our critical damage, and we have an increasement of our critical chance, cunning technique. I mean, we have 2 arrows. We are attacking very fast as an archer, so I'm gonna try to go with a crit build. And this is our character menu, first off on the right side. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to scroll down. Maybe with this? No. With the controller. I'm playing with a controller right now. You can certainly with the mouse to see your overall stats, and this is our equipment. We can have a headwear, necklace, garment, footwear, left ring, right ring, and gloves, and can still have some in the back. And I really like this, kind of definitely old school inspired. And so far during the runs, I haven't found many items, and frankly, I really like this. That is just wishful thinking. This is not in the game so far. You get them, and items are also pretty powerful, at least those I have found. But this is just, again, take this with a grain of salt. This is just me kind of wishing for the final game. If that would take a little bit more of the looter aspect from the Diablo games and just gives you maybe too many items, and you can try to really make decent builds with this during the SurvivorLike. That would really set this apart of others of its genre. But so far, you can find items. That's still an upgrade. You can usually choose them in treasure boxes and so. But I haven't found many. I think the best I've managed so far is like 3 items, and I was like 20 minutes in or so. So it's kind of sparingly. That kind of caught me off guard, because I thought it would go with more, you know, items during the run, or maybe between the runs, maybe in the hub world, if you could have a merchant to buy some, to have some, at least some, you know, not very good common gear to start off with, and then later you can find rare ones during the runs or something like this. On the left side we have our XP bar and of course health, and I really like how they even kept the aesthetic of like this health globe. I don't know why. I really love that. It's going down. You can find health potions, of course, just and like barrels and so. But man, I'm really a sucker for this aesthetic. I can't say it any other way. I like this. And you might already wonder, why am I just moving around while I talk about everything else? Because there's an arrow pointing to the right side, and that arrow over there is a sub-weapon. And we really want to take this, because we won't last long without a sub-weapon. Because these guys are going at us, and they're trying to get us, and if you don't try to stay ahead of the progression curve, so to speak, you're gonna lose. because these enemies are going to overwhelm you. This is not an easy survivor-like. It's quite challenging, at least in these first couple runs so far. And frankly, I really like this. Yet the sub-weapons are called abilities. I'm actually surprised because I know Lightning Strike. Strike random enemies with lightning and stuns enemies in the surrounding of the hit target. Pretty good one. Also Phantom Needles fires needles at random nearby enemies in quick succession. We can also upgrade those with level ups. But I'm surprised because I thought I already saw all of the ones in the prelude, but Transfixion is one I haven't seen so far. So what is that? Transfixion fires a piercing projectile every second. Deals 30 damage to the first enemy. Damage is reduced by 60% for each consecutive hit. Hit enemies are weakened for 3 seconds. Interesting, so I guess they deal less damage. Well, I would have gone with a Lightning Strike, because Lightning Strikes hits a certain amount of enemies randomly, but deals a lot of damage, which later on, when there's just so many enemies coming at you, really helps. But I want to take Transfixion now, because simply I don't know this. And I mean, as this is piercing, that means it's going to hit a lot of enemies. And as we're kind of going with the crit builds, that also means we have more chances to maybe trigger crits, right? So sure, let's take this. And as you can see here, we already have some skeletons that have shields. And for those, they're gonna block certain attacks. And once they blocked a certain amount of damage, they lose their shield, and only then can we truly hurt them. Kinda neat mechanic. There's also bosses and elite enemies who do that. And yeah, there's our piercing projectile. I really like this. So I'm gonna take damage. One aspect of the overall challenge of this game so far I found is that usually in these kind of survivor-like games, like in a lot of them, you just want to prioritize like purely damage, nothing else. Because the quicker you destroy your enemies, the better. But as there's so many here coming at you, having a little bit of defensive options like health regeneration or maybe even reduction of damage actually helps you out. I also found movement in this game very important, because bosses have certain patterns and totally are out there to get you. As you can see, these slimes having a different pattern. There's our first elite enemy. He's also going to drop something interesting, but I'm gonna go to the top left to our first item. He's gonna follow us anyway. And yeah, so having movement speed really helps you out against these bosses when they start their patterns, so that they can manage to get around of their range. Also, again, all of these enemies have a very unique feel and mechanic and move patterns to them. And once you know them and have a lot of movement speed as well, I guess, it's easier to avoid them as well. Again, this is just baby steps what we're seeing here. This is not much. The entire screen is gonna be full, and we have to try and get every single corridor between the enemies to, you know, try and avoid damage, so to speak. So defensive abilities in this survivor-like might actually be worth a pick, so to speak, which is not a thing in everyone. Usually there's, in most of them, you just want to go straight up. Also, I like when you destroy these torches, that they burn a little bit on the ground. They don't damage you, but they damage enemies. So you can destroy this for gold. Again, gold is the meta currency where we can buy permanent upgrades between the runs, but sometimes there's healing potions inside. And also, I only found that once so far, a magnet that pulls out or pulls all the remaining XP on the map towards you, which hopefully we get one, because we already, by me moving so much around the map, I kind of missed out on a lot of defense so far, which is kind of sad. So we have a choice between the long finger gloves, the plate armor, and the runner shoes. 10% movement speed, interesting. 6 defense, 10% block chance, and more pickup range, and plus 5% health capacity. 10% black chance actually sounds pretty nice. 6 defense, again, people are going to hit us. I think I don't necessarily need even more movement speed, because you guys probably have seen this. If not, that you're gonna see this soon. If you have certain upgrades between the level ups, then we also manage to sometimes get the offer of like character specific upgrades that are more powerful, because like here you can upgrade being a bowmaster because you're an archer. So, and usually with this character we also gain some additional movement speed with that as well, and crit chance and so 10% extra is good, don't get me wrong, but I think we are going to naturally gain more movement speed anyway. due to you playing an archer and wanting to take these appropriate upgrades. So maybe one of those two. Usually, in some games, this is very important, and I think in this one as well, pickup range. Double pickup range means when enemies are coming from all sides and we're trying to circle around them, that maybe they're going to drop all the XP, but all the enemies are gonna be over that XP, so we can't really pick this up. This can help us picking up the XP. Also 10% block chance, pretty good, and defense. Oh, again, I said that is important. You really want to stay alive. I'm gonna be greedy though and take the gloves. 5% health capacity, 5%, well, up to 402 from 385. Not so interesting, but double the pickup range might be worth it. We don't really need it now, but later when there's even more enemies, we might need this. Okay, let's try to stay close. Again, I'm using auto aim right now. So let's try to push down this elite enemy, if we can. Because I think he's going to drop either a sub-weapon or another item. So that is definitely worthwhile. And we want to get rid of him before the next true boss comes. Usually it's boss, elite enemy, boss, elite enemy, boss. And yeah, this time I'm gonna take the lightning strike. Because later on, if we have a lot of lightning strikes, it's not even about the damage, it's about the amount of guaranteed hits, so to speak. So again, 9% more movement speed or base critical hit chance. Let's take these 3%. We can have a look here. We have currently 22% total critical hit chance. We see that at the bottom right corner. The archer starts with 16% already, which is nice, but now we're at 22, and a crit deals 121% damage, which hopefully is gonna be pretty nice. Okay. Well, to be fair, since I played this game last, the game has at least updated once via Steam. Again, link to try it out for yourself is down in the description. So maybe they managed to add this other sub-weapon, which I acquired, the Transfixion or whatever it's called, during a set update. Might very well be. Awesome stun as well. This is what I mean. Now there's so much... there we go. This is one of these combined one. Proficient stance 1, archer specific, 3% more base critical hit chance, but also 20% critical damage bonus. Yes, we want this. Both of them are with our main weapon, our bow, but that is good enough. So we want to try to get through here. And again, these demons are kind of cool. They want to get to you, and then they kind of backstab a bit. So their movement can catch you off guard if you don't pay attention. Skeletons, of course, the most basic ones, they just kind of get to you. But I really like destroying them, because I really like that sound when they get destroyed. So the audio design and also picking up stuff is very well done in this game. I mentioned this in other SurvivorLikes already. This is easily one of those things I would say. One additional projectile, less attack speed. Let's go actually Transfixion plus 15 base damage. Movement speed is alright for the time being, even though boss should come in around a minute, I think. And now I've lost my train of thought. Sorry guys, what I just tried. Oh yeah, audio design. That's easily something I feel like we usually don't notice if it's well done. But I heavily notice it, especially in SurvivorLike games, if it's not very well done. So, yeah, I'm very glad to report it's very well done here. Now I said like very well done in like 4 consecutive sentences. There we go, extra movement speed. This is archer specific, but also 2% base block chance. We have currently a block chance of only these 2% that we just gained, but hey, 2% chance that we don't take any damage at all. If I picked up the armor, there's the boss. So luckily I know his pattern, he's gonna do big damage to us. But I think, yeah, extra protector, sure. Considering that I fought him several times, I know his patterns already. Just gotta pay attention. Also very well telegraphed, luckily, by the game. I'm thankful for that. So as long as we pay attention, this guy shouldn't be much of a problem. But the first time you played this game, that happened to me. He immediately caught me off guard. Oh, there we go, gotta dodge. You have enough time to dodge, but you gotta still pay attention. So vitality, apparently we are very weak. and thick hide. I think this kind of refers to us. I would assume that Vitality 1 and thick hide, as they are weak for the archer, these are probably abilities that are like strong or recommended for the barbarian. I guess with that, I haven't confirmed that yet, that the barbarian instead would gain more health, base health, and more base defense if he picks these specific traits. So that's definitely a differentiation between the characters, which I very much like. So more health regeneration or range. I'm not sure, considering how many enemies there are coming to us, if range actually helps us. So I'm gonna pick the health regeneration. Oh, there we go. Gonna dodge, 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 pick up some gold. He's also going to summon some demons. Not too much as a problem. Luckily, due to the movement speed, if he does like that skill that we just said, so I can just run back and completely stay out of range. Sometimes there's actually an incentive to stay in his range. There we go, more crit stats. But usually with this character, of course, we want to stay away. There we go, easy. And we have the movement speed to do that. I totally see that you would fight against this boss completely different with the barbarian, considering that the barbarian has... Oh, yeah, more attack speed, please. For boom. Only has a melee weapon, so you would really play that differently there, because you would be required to stand close to him. There we go, we gain a new item, nice. Unfortunately, I can't really... Oh, quick hand gloves, 20% attack speed though. No, we have gloves already. Oh, 20% is so good though. More movement speed for... Oh! Game, why? This is the gloves for our character. But if I take this, of course, I can't have the other gloves. Oh man, this is not nice at all. So the other one just gives us more range to pick up. Oh, 20% attack speed, guys. 20% with our character. For defense, tempo... Okay. Oh... This hurts, but I'm gonna take this then. Your inventory is already occupied with the following items. Yeah, I'm gonna bag it then. Oh. This is sad. Well, that's the game. You can... Wow. Yeah, the lesser range on the pickup range is so noticeable now. More damage, 10% more damage, nice. But, I mean, 20% attack speed with our character, with the bows and crit proficient, that's just... so important. Hey, do not get hit for 3 minutes. Apparently, I got hit within 3 minutes before. And I'm still having like a minus of 40 HP or so. So, yeah, more crit chance, please. What's our current chance? It's 31%. Nice. Oh, man. Well, I was contemplating to pick another item, of course, but, I mean, it's 20%, guys. So another thing so far in the game is, unfortunately, I don't know if there's any story. I don't really have a reason given to me yet why I would even venture out. Is this a different collection of characters, of heroes? Is it the same one? Are we puppeteering them from hell? Or are we in hell? So I have no idea. You know, maybe this is just... Maybe we're in an arena or so and just running around. Maybe this is... We are all just super rich people, and this is kind of like, I don't know, Hunger Games, where people, well, Hunger Games, like, just, Hunger Games single person one, I don't know, where just people pay to be in this arena, and necromancers are spawning all these demons and skeleton. Speaking of necromancers, there we go, our first necromancers who are going to use range attacks against us. Which can be very annoying. You really have to pay attention to those. If you do, easy. If you don't, because there's so much going on the screen, well, it's gonna hurt. So yeah, unfortunately, no real story has been given so far here in the preload, and I usually like to have at least some kind of reason to know what's going on here, and I would really like to see that implemented in the full game later on. But of course, for preload, the gameplay is the most important, so so much for that, so to speak. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to concentrate here. There we go. Weapon proficiency 1, nice. Archer, 15% attack speed and 10% more damage with our arrows. Yes, please. Gladly appreciate it. More attack speed. Can I see attack speed from here? Yeah, it's 1.9 attacks per second, so to speak. Definitely welcome. I also like the hitboxes, by the way. I never feel in this game like I got hit out of nowhere and that usually tends to be very aggravating and not feeling rewarding. Quite the opposite. And here, usually if I take damage, I know exactly why, and feels like, okay, that was my mistake and not the game being dodgy with the hitboxes or something. So, Lightning Cascade 1, extra lightning strike, less damage, or static charge, 20% charge speed, but less critical damage. Charge speed, for now. We want to have as many lightnings going on as possible. Because lightnings already deal so much base damage. We don't need more damage, we just need more lightnings. Because I took that to get... whoop! Oh! You guys saw me dodging those necromancer bullets there. Mind bullets. Ah, beautiful. But yeah, the lightning strike is just to, you know, even out the odds against this amount of enemies. Oh, yes. Beautiful. Give me all the XP. More slimes again, but also bigger ones. Okay. Oh, I hate their movement, I have to admit. They usually manage to catch me. Later on, we're gonna... And as you can tell, there's a lot of enemy variety. It never gets stale. Once you get used to one kind of enemy, they're gonna switch it up with another type or another combination and stronger ones. Later on, there's gonna be like green slimes, which when we destroy them, just for a brief second or so, leave behind like some, well, poison cloud or something. Okay, parry weak or vitality weak, so I guess I'm gonna take the health regeneration. I think that is what the game is telling me, that we get less of a boost because we are an archer. Ah! Got hit there. So usually we can choose it, but usually would like to choose something else. Oh! Barely squeezed through the enemies there. Dodged the mind bullets there. Still haven't found a single magnet, unfortunately. But again, I did like 3 or 4 rounds before and only once had a magnet, unfortunately. Oh yes, more weapon proficiency, so more attack speed, more damage with our bow. Definitely appreciate it. We are now with our main weapon at 2.1 attacks per second. Nice. So all these attacks, all these crits going on. We are at minute 18. Oh, okay, didn't pay attention there. Was looking at the clock. Please get rid of these necromancers. Oh, squeeze through. Perfect. Luckily, again, these hitboxes are very accurate, so that's fine. And this elite enemy has a shield, so his current health bar is essentially just his first health bar. After that, his shield is gonna go down and he's gonna be a bit faster coming at us. But also, because he doesn't have a shield anymore, a bit easier to get rid of. And we kind of want to do that right now before the next boss shows up. Because boss and an elite enemy is kind of annoying. So let's actually try to focus this guy down. Now we have these demons, which are kind of annoying because they come... This is what I mean. There's sometimes so many enemies coming at you that you really want to have some defensive capabilities, because sometimes you just have to take the punishment. Oh, look at this! Oh, totally managed to squeeze through again. But luckily my damage output is also pretty neat. That there's not that many on the screen right now. More movement speed, more health regeneration, more archer stuff. Kinda nice, but at least for now, I'm gonna hold on off this, or English. But let's take the lightning crusade. More lightning's going on. Yes, please. So there we go, getting rid of this enemy, another sub-weapon. Collected a total of 2,000 gold, nice. Would you guys please let me go to the sub-weapon? Oh, this is not good. Oh, demons! Please, 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 gimme. Ah, stupid slime. Okay, phantom needles or arcane splinters. Oh, god. Or the orbs. But the orbs are kind of cool. They are circling around you, but they don't do that much damage. I rather have the arcane splinters, who shoot short-range projectiles in a vertical spread pattern. Projectiles remain for a short while, dealing damage to enemies that touch them. You know what? Sure, I'm gonna take this. If I can't decide between those and the needle, let's take something a little bit different. There we go. Some like shuriken, I think, or ninja stars. You know, remaining there for a brief second, dealing somewhat something resembling AoE damage. Sharpness, yep, more projectile on this thing. Cool. Whoa, 155 HP. Took quite some damage now. This is not the best, but let's... Oh, come on! How did you hit me there? Not nice at all. Okay, give me XP. We really want to level up. Would be nice to have higher pickup range now. But I traded that out for the attack speed, right? 111 got hit again. Would really be awesome to at least gain... Arcane Splinter, yeah, damage for now. To gain and find another health potion lying around somewhere. But for that, I kinda... Oh, they're coming to get us. Kinda need... Oh, freaking... I hate these green slimes. I really need some more... Well, pickups. Pickups for pickups. I need barrels to destroy, of course. The money is nice. Okay, there's not that many enemies coming at us. That means the boss is about to approach. Yeah, more crit chance, more critical damage bonus. I think we don't really have the time to pick up the... There he is. Okay, that's that guy. That one is a little bit annoying. Because he has different patterns that you can't really run around from away from him. You really gotta pay attention. Yep, his bowling attack, like this one, is the most annoying one. That tends to catch me quite a bit. But let's see. Straight line, that's easy. We still want to have the XP. Oh, man, enemies around us. I'm gonna take a hit. Oh, no, I didn't take a hit. Somehow I didn't get hit there. Maybe the block chance activated or something. Or maybe I was just like 1 pixel out of frame or something. But I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't want to take any damage. 156. Yes. XP. More damage, please. Oh, dodge that. Give me the purple one. Thank you. There we go, another level up. Cool. Oh, more attack speed. Okay, yeah. Weapon proficiency 3. Well, let's buff up our bow. 2.4 attacks per second right now. Wow. Well, let's actually get close to him, because there's the XP. Maybe I should actually try to get close to him again, because we're really... You know, enemies are coming to get us, so the sooner we try to get rid of this guy, the easier it is to focus on other things. Did a decent amount of damage already. Oh, dodge that. But there's just so many. Getting close to him is also quite a challenge right now. Okay. Movement speed, I'm gonna take critical hit chance again. So currently it's at 38%. Nice. Whoa! Hey, this is bad. Stay close, deal damage, stay in the range. She's gonna do... Yeah. Come on, please, let's get rid of him. We really have to finish him now. Oh! Come on. This is fine. There we go. And also item. If there's another good glove, I'm gonna cry. No, luckily not. Okay, wooden ring. 5% base crit chance. Nice. Increases the base critical damage by 20%. Elven slippers. Your chance to block increases with the distance you moved. Up to 15%. The bonus is decreased over time while you're standing still. Oh. I mean, the obvious one would actually be having increased base crit chance with us. But I mean, with the Elven slippers, block chance up to 15%. I mean, frankly, I'm always moving. So let's try this. A little bit more survivability. Probably not too shabby, because I'm at 78 health. Can I see the current status on that, though? Block chance, 18%. If I stand still... It's still 18%, apparently. Huh. Not sure where I can look that up. Maybe I'm just missing it. Piercing Wind was +1 piercing to our weapon? Or is that a sub-weapon? No. Yeah, definitely extra piercing stuff. That sounds amazing. That's exactly what we want to have with that many projectiles here. Yes. Oh, look at this. No. Let's get out of this. Oh, Gauntlet of Death. Oh, dodge so many projectiles. Not all of them, but so many. Ah, got hit again. 38 health. Please get rid of these guys. Thank you. Still when I get down, because there's the XP. The next boss is also one of these guys, but I can't show you because they got me now. Oh, there was so much going on. I didn't focus enough on the survivor aspect of these projectiles. But regardless, that's this run, and now we would try to see what we have unlocked. Take another character or the same and try again. Spend our money at the Shrine of Blessing to get some permanent upgrades. See what kind of quests we can do. Maybe I should actually try to go and have a look at this character. Do I have Swift as an arrow? Yeah, this guy, the Path of Sword, for example. The character unlocks item scars of toil. Progress pending, reach level 30. Yeah. For example, I haven't really unlocked that much with the swordsman, with the barbarian. And maybe this also unlocks this other thing. I played mostly with the archer. So there's incentive to play with the different characters just by, you know, unlocking other critical stuff, which then can be used with the other characters. And this has been, ladies and gentlemen, my gameplay, my, in this case, second impression of Halls of Torment. A Diablo-inspired survivor-like, in my opinion. And frankly, if they continue this, and of course, just implement more content, way more characters, maybe a shop, and just have more, I mean, levels, sure. It seems like that is definitely on their to-do list. At least according to this, we have 2 right now, 3, 4, 5. Maybe some different variations. And just keep on going with this. I think this is gonna be a very enjoyable survival game, which you could really spend some time with. Optimizing your runs, trying to unlock everything, survive as long as possible, enjoy this beautiful music, the beautiful aesthetic that really fits the theme as well. I mean, personally, I would wish if they would do something with the items, maybe. Because that is a very unique thing that I haven't seen in too many other survival-likes. And given the aesthetic and so, I feel like this is a little bit underutilized so far. So that is just a personal wish though. I think if this is gonna be continued, there's quality with more content in the full game, that is gonna be fun and appealing to a lot of people. But of course, that is, of course, hey, of course, just my opinion. What do you guys think? Please let me know. That is always highly appreciated. Also tell me what you think of my presentation and gameplay of this. That's also highly appreciated. And as always, consider to stay awesome. And consider to share this video with someone, and we're gonna see each other right over there the next video, right? Perfect. Thanks so much, truly, for watching. Stay awesome, and till the next video. Bye-bye.